Okay, so today we're going to talk about the journey in VHS and what kind of grind you can expect from it. If you're scared like I was about having to play hundreds of matches over thousands of hours to put together your ideal build, you don't have to worry. While there is definitely a progression grind involved, you'll be happy to know that while it's not quick and easy, it's not the seemingly insurmountable mountain of RNG that exists in other games. At least so far.
Space Coconut.
The journey system is tied to the perk system, so as we talk about one, we'll dabble in the other. The single most important and wonderful thing about the journey and its unlockables is that it's tied to each individual character. You play as Wart to unlock Wart things, and you play as Faith to unlock Faith things. This also includes their movie challenges, but that's for a different video. The journeys are divided into 3 acts, and each act has a bunch of unlockables as you go through it, and among those unlockables are perks. Tier 1 perks are in Act 1, Tier 2 are in Act 2, and Tier 3 perks are in Act 3. As you gain experience for an individual character, you level up and unlock nodes in the journey. As with any game, as you level your character, it takes longer to level up, and in turn takes longer to unlock things in your journey. And that's where the grind comes in. Right now, I'm at the point where I'm leveling up to unlock nodes in the earlier acts with Wart. Now, here is the wonderful thing about this system. You know how perks can be shared among characters once you reach a certain point in the journey? Well, once I unlock perks and the ability to share them on Wart by completing the act the perk is in, I can use those perks immediately on another character. Provided that character has the perk points available to equip the perk, of course. There is no RNG grinding involved. Do you know what that feels like? It feels like a game that wants you to experiment with different builds and respects your time in order to do so. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I was concerned that VHS was going to fall into the same perk grind snowball that Dead by Daylight is currently trapped in. Concerned that 3 years from now, VHS would have 30 characters, and a new player would have to push through an unholy grind in order to copy a build they saw someone else use in a video. Once I started writing the script for that video, I realized that I answered my own concern already. Let me explain. I want to main Dollmaster, but there are perks on other monsters that would make playing him more effective. So I went to Wart first, found the perks I wanted in Wart's journey, and worked towards them. I'm still working towards them, in fact. But I have control over how I spend my time through the grind. The game doesn't waste my time by locking perks behind RNG and more grind than is necessary. In 3 years, when VHS has 150 characters available, a new player will be able to watch a build video, download the game, and start grinding the exact perks they need for that build. Well, provided they purchase the character, I suppose, so there is that problem. It won't be a short grind, but they won't waste any time on grind unrelated to that build unless they choose to. Many of you from Dead by Daylight may not be used to the idea of having your time respected by a game developer, but as of right now, that's what the grind in VHS feels like. Oh, and if you complete the grind for a single character, you unlock a special cosmetic for that character, signifying your accomplishment to others, proving your superiority, causing other players to recognize your greatness, and you don't have to reset all of your progress to the beginning, forcing you to repeat the grind all over again. The system is still being developed and it will definitely change by the time it's released, but I honestly think that the core part of the system that respects a player's time will remain intact. And that's extremely refreshing in the current era of gaming. Final Fantasy XIV respects a player's time a great deal more compared to WoW, and all of the success that Final Fantasy XIV is currently experiencing is in part because of that philosophy. By respecting the player base, VHS has the potential to do the same in the asymmetrical horror genre. Are you excited? You should be. Let me know what you thought of this video and do the YouTube things since you probably liked it. In the next VHS video, we'll speculate a little bit on the team tropes we might see in the future. But before I make that video, I think I'll make another Dead by Daylight video. It'll be a little bit different, so look forward to that. In the meantime, I'm Space Coconut, and you're welcome.